Hello and welcome to today's video, and today's video is about these corn lamps, and these corn lamps have been heavily used. The one on the left with the green stripe you've seen in a previous video. This one came from a school. I'm not too sure where these smaller ones have come from, as I didn't ask. And of course we've got a 60-watt incandescent lamp at the end just to show the size of these lights. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to set the camera up. We'll have a look at these lamps a little bit closer up, and then obviously we'll have them running and I'll show you the faults on them, and we'll have the power meter on to see what they're actually drawing today. So I'll just pause the camera and set up. Okay then, welcome back. Right, we'll start with the smallest one first. So this is the small one, and while we're at it, it's got 40 LEDs on the end. Each row has 20 LEDs on it, with a total of 12 rows, which is a total of 280 LEDs. This lamp has got some writing on it saying that it was fitted on the 4th of the 12th, 18, and I have been told by my electrician friend, who couldn't go into too much detail where these are from, that the factory is 24/7. So these things have been on literally constant until they were removed about a month ago. The actual writing on it, then on this one, I'll see if we can get it in focus. There we go. It says LED corn lamp, 40 watt, 6000K, Edison screw 40, 96 to 230 volts AC. The item number is 832092 and a BN of 101460. Now, all three of these lights have got slightly different codes on them. So I think the best thing to do is plug this light in. Remembering, of course, if you're plugging this into a high bay light for the first time, to make sure that they bypass the ballast equipment, because it will damage it, and probably the lamp as well. What we'll do is we'll fit this light and then I'll show it working. Right, word advice before I turn off this light is a bit flickery, and the reason why it was removed is when it's turned on it's fine, and then after about an hour or so it basically twinkles and becomes very irritating. So I'm going to turn it on in 3. 1, 2, 3. This is full brightness for this light, I believe, and it won't start doing anything really badly until it gets warm, so you're not going to see anything unusual about this light in the video. The only thing I will say is that the next lamp I'm going to turn after this doesn't flicker on the camera lens like this one does, so there might be a slight problem with this light, as in it might not be 100% bright. So what I think I'll do is we'll go over to the power meter. So I'm going to quickly pause once more and show you the power meter readings. Okay, here are the power meter readings. It's currently pulling 37.9 watts. Today's voltage is 239.4 at 50 Hertz. It's pulling 0.166 amps, and the power factor is roughly 1, which is good. So even though this light might not be working 100% right, it does have a good power factor. What I think we'll do is I'll just quickly put the camera back on the tripod and we'll turn this light off and go on to the next one. Right, so we'll just quickly turn this one off. Unlike my other video, this one just turns off as it should, so I think that other lamp that I'm going to show at the end has got a fault on it. So we'll turn this one off and I'll show you the next one. Right, this is the next one, and this is the next size up, and this is a 100 watt version. Again, 6000K, E40, 96 to 230 volts AC. Item number is slightly different. 832139 and a BN of 101412 with a brite-source account. Again, this light is very high hours. Now this one starts off really bright. However, this one after a couple of hours after about 5 or 10 minutes it starts to flicker, and then after a few hours it is strobing completely on and off. We'll do the LED count again. There are 56 LEDs on the end. Each row has 56 LEDs on it. We can just about get them all in, and there are 12 rows, so there are a total of 728 LEDs. This one has a date on it as well, and this one claims that it was fitted in the lamp on the 10th of the 7th 18. Sometimes a good idea to do this because it gives you an idea if there's any problems with the lamp or anything. But obviously these are guaranteed for so many years, these lights. So what I think we'll do is, again, we'll pause the camera and I'll fit it in the light. Right. Unlike the smaller light, this light has two fans fitted in it. It has a fan in the base near the electronics, and it has a fan about halfway down, and one of the fans in this light gets really noisy really quickly. I don't know if we're going to be able to hear it on the camera, but again, I'll turn this light on in 3. 1, 2, 3. Now, as I can say, this light is kind of running on full brightness, and then just for a second it'll dim down a little bit, which is that strange pulse you're getting on the camera, and then brightens back up again. As you can see though, it is not flickering as much to the camera lens, but it is making a right noise already. And I said, once this light's been on for about half an hour or so, the flicker gets worse. It's already flickering a little bit. It's not really showing on the camera though. But then after a couple of hours, this thing is strobing. And what I'm going to hopefully do in a later video is try and get it to that state. So what I think we'll do is we'll look at the power factor again, and then we'll move on to the final light. Right, so this is the power factor, and it's quite interesting, this one, because this 100 watt light is pulling 154.1 at the moment with a bit of a flash, which you can just about see. Now I'm not showing the lamp, and we'll just go onto the other settings. Mains is still under 240 just, and we're pulling 0.633 amps and a power factor of, well, between 0.98 and 1 again. I don't know if the flicker is causing a problem, but if I show this wall, can we see it flickering? I'm not sure. Well, anyway, this is this lamp, and I'm getting close so you can hear the fan noise, the LEDs. So anyway, this light is quite loud. I'll quickly put it on the tripod and then we'll go to the final one. Yes, the actual fuzziness in the causing by the camera is when the light goes dim and bright. So it is starting to get more noticeable already. But like I said, this light is, again, at the moment, full brightness. And I'm wearing sunglasses because this one actually hurts my eyes if I don't. So what we'll do is we'll turn this one off and go to the final one. The final light you've seen before on this Martin video channel. This is the one from the school, and it was in a gymnasium. I think this one is slightly older, but I can't really tell. I don't know. Or the 120 watt ones have a green line on them. But anyway, this is a LED corn lamp, 120 watt, 6000K, E40, 96 to 230 volts AC. And the item number on this one again is different again, 832146, a BN of 101291, made by brite-source, and that's their web address. I don't know what the rated hours of these lights are and how long they're meant to last, but this one is a lot more battered. It has 56 LEDs on the end again. And this one has 12 rows, and each row has 70 LEDs on it. So again, it's slightly bigger. In fact, it's about an inch longer than the 100 watt version, with a total of 896 LEDs. Now, there's no date on this one. Obviously, because wherever this one was fitted, they didn't do things like that. So what we'll do is we'll pause the video and fit this one. So it's slightly bigger. I always recommend turning the power off when changing these lamps because they have exposed electrics. I have checked it with a meter. There is no direct connection between the cap at the end and the soldering joints with the LEDs. However, there are capacitors inside these lights, so I recommend always turning these lights off when changing the lamps, as always. So what we'll do is we'll turn this one on, and the first thing you'll notice with this one is it's dim. It's on, but I don't need my glasses on now. I don't know if the camera probably makes it look the same. It's got a bit of a twinkle as well. I'll try and see if I can get it to stop doing that. This one, I said, was in we know this one was in a gymnasium when the my electrician friend was basically with a few other people completely rewired the school, ripping out all the fluorescent lights and hay-by lights and just fitting new LEDs. Some lights were converted to LED, others were completely ripped down and changed. But anyway, this one has that strange fault which, when you turn it off, one row goes really bright and then slowly fades out. But that's on the other side on this video. So what we'll do is we'll turn this one off after, of course, we've done the power meter test. So we'll just go and show you the power meter test. Right then, well, this 120 watt light is only running at 118.4. So I'd say that with the fan running quite steadily in the background, so I'd say that there is a definite fault with this light. Mains is currently 238.5, 50 Hertz, and this lamp is running literally half an amp, 0.500, and it has a power factor again of between 1 and 0.99. So what I think we'll do is we'll quickly set up this video again and finish this video. So here we go, we have a video finishing now about these 3 corn lamps, the 120 watt version, the 100 watt version and the 40 watt version, with a 60 watt incandescent lamp next to them, just to show how big these are. Please like and subscribe, and thanks again for watching, and see you again soon. Goodbye.